Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow.
And I'm Catherine Haleko.
As parents and parenting writers, we can't help but see everything through a parenting lens. But as our kids have become adults, we find ourselves more interested in getting caught up on movies and streaming than on going over the same parenting topics over and over.
So since we're pretty sure we can find parenting wisdom anywhere, we're going to talk about what we're watching, what we thought about it, and maybe what we can learn from it, if only what not to do. Watch and listen along, and let's all make like we're doing something important for our families. Each Wednesday, we bring you our thoughts on a newer entertainment property, and for this week of September 30th, we are discussing Season 4, Episode 6 of Only Murders in the Building. It was called Blow Up, and the amount of handheld camera footage was
was it giving you
definitely enough to make my brain blow up, but I persevered. It wasn't as bad as the pilot of Lost, I will say that. But
I didn't think about that, though. There was quite a bit of shaky cam.
Yeah.
But
well,
you
no
were just
one
glad when it was like the planted cameras.
Yes, exactly. In Oliver's refrigerator. Yes, this was all very. I mean, they should have called this one adaptation because it was all like, what's real, what's fake, what's being filmed, what's a documentary, what's fictional, what's
found footage.
Yes. They could have called it the Blair Witch Project.
Yes. I appreciate the gimmick of it. It was fun. It made me think of the episode from season 1 that was all from the point of view of the deaf character.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an unhappy comparison for this episode because that was
so good. Yes, you're correct.
And this one, that was like something I hadn't seen before. And this was like, I see what you're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes. But still, it was a nice, a novel twist, and I give them points for that.
Mm-hmm.
Got us not really very much further, but
never.
Okay. Although we now have a second victim, and
correct,
various other theories, and the fact that everything has been filmed. So theoretically, was something filmed when Saz was killed? I don't know. When did whoever, the mystery person, put the cameras in the rooms?
Right.
And we also have the mystery of, does Loretta just like maybe have the stomach flu?
Right. Oh, poor
or was
Oliver.
that somebody else who answered her phone?
Right.
Yeah. It did sort of sound like Meryl Streep going, oh, though.
Yeah. But that's not the real final story there.
Was not intended as an answer to his question, I do not believe.
Right.
Whether it was another person or whether she was just in distress for some other reason.
Right. Bad
shellfish. But I was very happy to see an actor from my olden days. Griffin Dunn. Hi, Griffin Dunn. I remember you. Even under all that gray hair, man. You're not that much older than me. Could you? Maybe a little hair dye, something? Come on. But it was fun to see him and then to realize who he was. And maybe I have to go back and watch that scene again. But so we did get some scenes after that. And it's like, yep, I see him under there.
I see him. Yep.
I see him. I remember you.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you decomposing all through An American Werewolf in London. I remember you. You were fun.
Mm-hmm.
But as we noted, interestingly, IMDb aiding and abetting the mystery of who he was by not giving him a character
declined to give him a name in the list.
I can see the producers doing that. How do we feel about IMDb, the authority on who's playing what, going along with it?
Well,
I wonder if it'll get filled in now that it's dropped.
I don't know, because I remember we talked a little bit about this when we were talking about Lost. Like, if you want to know who somebody is and then you accidentally stray your eyes slightly to the right in the column that says how many episodes they've been, you find stuff out. And like, I remember in the second Knives Out movie, Glass Onion, one of the main characters, if you looked up the actor and you got 2 names.
Okay.
And so
that's not good.
Was a big spoiler, basically.
I wonder what it may depend on how important Dudenoff winds up being as to whether they want to. But we've seen. Did we see?
Well, they've all said that they've all said that that's who he is, but he perhaps has some secondary identity that is going to be important, I guess.
In this show, no, everything's always straightforward. There's never any. There's never any twists.
No,
not at all.
No
extra bodies in the incinerator halfway through the season. Nope. Boy, who knew that spare body parts were such a potent way to identify the deceased?
Yeah, and also like how it took them 1 second of having that box open to realize that there were 2 shoulder joints in there. Like, did not the detective look at this at all?
One would think. And I would expect the detectives to be much more eager to dig through the ashes and look at things than these folks.
Right.
Put it back in the box.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
But of course.
And also, like, the detective said, well, I thought she'd be better with you than on an evidence stuff.
Did she do that?
Yeah, like, isn't it still evidence? They haven't solved this yet.
Yes, and also, are you allowed to just, like, take a cab away from the scene of a crime like they did?
Right. I don't think they took a cab. I think they took Charles's car.
Yes. But at any rate,
correct.
Should they not have stuck around to talk to the police since theoretically somebody might have been shooting at them? Oh well. Fortunately, the police know where they live, and we'll just stop by in person to give Divine Joy Randolph a little screen time.
Yes, which is fine with me.
Yes, I have no objection. She is very fun, and her attitude towards them is more and more my attitude towards them.
You're right.
It's fine.
Indeed. It's just hard to talk about this because, every episode is just, you just know that nothing really pertinent is going to be resolved, revealed until the very end.
Yes.
And the way that they suddenly decide, well, it wasn't the sisters. Well, wasn't it? I mean...
They're pretty weird.
Well, just like with everybody, they're like, oh, well, then they couldn't have done it. Well, yeah, they could have. So...
Yeah, they're just running through suspects here. Right. So it either has to be somebody we've dismissed or somebody from out of the blue.
Right.
We haven't seen much of Jan. I guess she's resurfaced, but...
Right.
Was she just living in the tunnels in the building for a while? No. Not ever popping up
Good question.
To say hi?
Yeah.
I kind of miss her. I kind of miss Tina Fey. Could we have Tina Fey back?
Mm-hmm.
We'll swap you the Brothers Sisters for Tina Fey, okay?
Yeah. Very similar kind of characterization of like...
Yeah.
I'm an artist. Or just like, I'm superior. Yes. I guess what she was doing. I guess
Molly Shannon is doing that shtick this time.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that kind of indie stuff is a pretty easy target to aim at.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But I guess we were taking down Hollywood, big Hollywood, and now we're going to take down little Hollywood.
Right.
So, what's going to be left?
Mm-hmm. I know. And we've done Broadway and we've done podcasting. So
that's right. It's all a scam. Nothing is real.
No. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the pig in a while either.
Yeah. I think he's on the opening credits. I think Howard is walking him in the opening credits.
He is.
So,
but is he back? Is he living in Mabel's apartment? Is he?
Yeah.
Got
to see the dog again.
Right.
the convenient
for plot purposes once again.
Spotting
yes.
dog. Yes.
Yes. I don't know.
So, yeah.
Oh, we need some parenting stuff.
Well, we had the requisite old people don't understand the young people's slang. The tea. The tea.
Yeah, we're spilling
They're
the
spilling
tea.
the tea on the rug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
When did that
Low
start?
hanging
Because I hadn't
fruit.
heard that, and then people just started saying it on a podcast I was listening to.
Oh, like spilling the tea?
Yes.
Oh, I feel like that's been around for a little while.
Has it? I don't know. Some people, they make things up. But I don't believe I've ever used that in a sentence. But I do sort of know what it means.
My Gen Z child has definitely used it.
That seems to be about where it's at. But actually, the Bobby Bones show used to have a segment called "Let's Spill the Tea."
There you go.
Of the staff, one of them would say, tattle on another one of them.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what. Maybe
There you go. So that's been a few years.
Yeah,
they're not Gen Z. The Bobby Bones people are more millennial, I would say.
Millennial. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Well, I don't know. I have lost all track of generations. I know I'm middle to end baby boomer.
Yeah.
And all the rest of you are just one big glob of young people. Making up sayings, coming up with technology, making me feel old.
That's right.
Me and Martin and Steve just sitting around being confused. Oh, well. I had a better time with this episode than I have with the others.
Well, that's good.
But, I don't expect to be, do not expect nor would not want to be doing this again. So, what else they got?
Yeah. We will have to see.
I thought this was a very mom-like thing from the detective was when they're all going, somebody's trying to kill us. And she says, as someone who's wanted to kill you for the past 3 years, I understand. There's a very, I brought you into this world, I will take you out tone to that. And I do sympathize.
Yes.
I feel you. If she's apparently just been assigned to them. Apparently that's her department.
She's
now.
just like mind these 3 yahoos and just
no matter what, she's going to be the detective who's coming.
Right.
Or else she's given them notes behind the scenes, right? I think was supposedly what she was doing.
Right.
Mostly she just wants a camera on her too. Why not? Don't we all?
Right.
And
yeah, and of course we have the parental urge to document and spy upon our children.
Absolutely. That is very appealing. Where do you get those cameras?
Right. How do you hide them in someone's refrigerator?
That's right. That was impressive. But at the same time, you also have that feeling of looking at your children who are very into something and going, these girls don't seem quite right.
Right.
Perhaps I should get them dance lessons instead.
Something other than whatever it is they're trying to do here.
Awfully intense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yes.
We had a mention of somebody who eats the whole apple, seeds, stem, and even the little sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Children, don't do that. A parenting tip of the week, watch how your children eat an apple. Do not allow that.
This is true, had a friend whose daughter would do that, who would eat the whole apple. And she would go through these like jags where she would eat tons and tons of them. She would eat like a bunch of apples all at once. Yeah. Yeah, those seeds have cyanide in them. So if you eat a lot of them, you can actually get sick. And she did.
This sounds like the plot for next season.
Yeah.
Murders in the Building. Look, somebody gave me all these apples.
Right. Yep, she actually made herself sick from doing that.
Wow.
So
Wow.
she had to be stopped.
If that meant she stopped, then that's good, because that's the kind of thing that's going to get you on a TV show.
Right.
people not admiring you.
Mm-hmm.
But yikes.
Yes. It was interesting.
I've had kids who just eat one layer around the outside of the apple and are all done. So
yes, that is
the opposite.
That is the more likely scenario.
I think that's more typical.
Yes.
There's still a whole apple here.
Right. I see it.
Effectively peeled it.
With your spit. So now no one else can eat it. Yes. Yes, I would find them in the sink, aiming for the garbage disposal or in the garbage. I'm like, oh, there is so much food left.
Yes.
What are we doing here?
That really bothers my husband. He will take it and eat the rest of it just out of spite.
Right.
But I am a cut the apple into pieces person.
Mm-hmm.
And then cut out the seeds and the stem and then eat the entire edible part of the fruit.
Right.
So I don't like
that. Sounds a little more normal.
It is. It's a little time intensive, but it means I have knives around all the time. Next season on Only Movies in Heaven. It's that lady who eats not apples with a knife. On we go.
On we go. So next week we will discuss the next episode. It is number 7, and it is called Valley of the Dolls.
That sounds promising.
Yes. But before that, we'll see you back here tomorrow for our weekly Roundabout Roundup.
Thank you for listening. You can find all our episodes on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com.
You can also talk to us on our Facebook page, on Instagram, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamatude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we've talked about over the years.